have games, prizes, and fun. Plus, every crew member that shows up gets a free pair of tickets to the Indy 11. Sign up at kjkrew.com and meet us at O'Reilly's on Friday, May 5th. Thank you for celebrating a great first year with us, and cheers to many more. I'm so excited for tonight.
I literally was like, I bet she probably put that dun dun into the credits. And then I was like, nah, she didn't do that.
Oh, you better get ready, because I interviewed this guy. Steve Zirnkilton is his name. He's going to be on the show with us. He's the voice that you have heard for so long, for so many years on Law and Order, and you're going to hear his voice on the KJ Today show tonight.
In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crimes and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories. Dun dun. Yeah, wow. I know. Yeah, I know all the intros. I know the one for SVU too.
Oh, let me hear that one.
Okay, wait. Hang on.
Okay.
In the criminal justice system, sexually based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these crimes are members of the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories. I love Law and Order. Like, when KJ was like, you think I should interview the guy who's the voice of Law and Order? I was like, why is that even a question? Absolutely. Do you not want to talk? I'll talk to him. I will 100% talk to him if you don't want to talk to him, because I will. But you didn't. It was so fun.
So anyway, guys, I don't know if you noticed, but Jonna came back. So
it was real touch and go there for a second, guys. I didn't know.
I said crew number 123, Josh is checking in. I saw crew number 9, Sam, checking in. Crew number 21, Mary Beth. If you are like, wait a second, I don't have a crew number, how does that work? Well, let me tell you a couple things you can do to join the crew. Is number one, get that number. Go to kjkrew.com. That's KJ Krew with a K.com. We want you joining us and commenting and interacting during the show. This is a show where you're hanging out with your friends. So make sure that you are commenting as much as you want, as much as you can, and hit that subscribe button on YouTube, because that is a very easy way to help us grow the show. Thank you all who tuned in last week for our season 2 best of so far.
Yeah, best 20 minutes I've watched.
It was great, wasn't it?
I mean, I was sitting at home watching. I was like, man, this is good.
We were too.
Man, this is good.
I was actually in the comments. I'm like, oh, we're supposed to comment and interact with this show, aren't we? But thank you guys. Thanks for all the love and support and the well wishes. This show is dedicated to our sweet Jana, and I'm not going to say much more about that because it still is a little bit too soon to be talking about it. But this past week, your love and support, all the messages and the kindness have really got us through some tough times. So thank you so much for being here. Teresa, crew number 44, thank you so much for joining in. If you missed it right at the beginning, I know Shelly, crew number 5, is planning on going. We have an anniversary show.
What?
I know. Can you believe it?
I can't believe our anniversary is coming up.
Our first anniversary is actually May the 4th. That was when the show started. But we're going to have it on a Friday night to make it easier for people to come. We're going to be at our favorite little spot, O'Reilly's Irish Pub and Restaurant downtown. And every crew member who attends gets a free pair of tickets to an Indy 11 game of their choice this season. You don't have to play any games. You don't have to, do anything crazy. I just want you to show up and say, hey, this is my crew number. We'll verify that you are on the crew. If you don't have a crew number, we'll sign you up for the crew. But the Indy 11, new partner of the KJ Today show, you're actually going to have a chance to win tickets coming up later in the show with Don't Screw the Krew. But we're excited to have Indy 11 a part of the KJ Today family today. And they said, let's get all your crew members to a game.
Indy 11 said, please take our tickets. We love KJ so much. We're going to give her the most tickets.
Well, I was one of the first people who had a personalized jersey next to the team members who had their names on the back.
Wow.
It was me and producer Will from the Smiley Show, because we were so excited that we were finally getting a soccer team. Oh, I just saw Ted from Seattle checked in. Thank you so much. Danny, crew number 17. We got a great crew here tonight. Thank you guys so much. It really, really does just make our hearts so happy when you're here live with us. It's
guys,
amazing.
Please don't make KJ cry, because I physically cannot handle if she starts crying today.
I've cried so much.
Like I'm physically on the verge of tears at any point in time. So like if she starts crying, we're just gonna have to turn the show off, because we're both gonna be in here just like ugly sobbing.
Listen, I did a Pet Pals TV story, and you're going to see a little preview on that coming up on Monday. I went to Jake Query's house.
Mm-hmm.
He is on The Fan here locally, and he does IndyCar radio. He's amazing. His story of how he adopted this cat is incredible. But like, I showed up, and Barney Wood, our wonderful photographer from Pet Pals TV, I text him and I was like, don't you dare say anything to me about my cat and being sorry about what happened until after we're done shooting, or there is going to be a makeup disaster. And he was like, no problem.
Barney said, I'm a professional. I got this.
And then, not to give too much away, but the story that Jake was telling about the senior cat that he rescued was so similar.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, I cannot cry during a Pet Pals TV story. I cried on Wish TV on Saturday.
It happens.
Oh, okay.
All right. Be crying all the time.
All right. Happy tears tonight, because we're celebrating our first anniversary. We're so excited about that. And we have got a surprise guest that's going to be joining us tonight, Jonna.
I would also like to file a complaint.
Yes, go ahead.
Since I'm back, from
I'm sorry, but before you file a complaint, there's just one thing that I have to do.
No, don't do that.
Yep. Hang on.
Nope,
hang on.
Stop it.
Hang on. It is time for an official complaint. Go ahead, Jonna.
I would like to file a complaint with I don't know, somebody.
That would be me.
Be you, the HR department.
Yep, that would be me.
That, after those very serious 2 weeks of contract negotiations that we went through, where I in fact just kind of gave in. I was just like, oh, I'll just keep coming over for food. That's fine. Why is it that when I come back, there's a surprise guest, and then you won't even tell me? Usually I can guess who it is. And I was like, oh, I bet it's this person. She was like, no, it's not. And I'm like, well, how are you gonna do me like that, KJ, after I haven't been here, after I put in my notice and then came back?
Oh man.
How are you gonna do me like that, KJ?
I will tell you, and me and this surprise guest I actually asked permission, because you want to promote, if you're going to give your time to a show, you want them to promote and be like, hey, so-and-so is going to be on the show this week, you should tune in. And I was like, are you okay with this? and this person was like, I love this idea. I love that we're going to surprise Jonna. So
I honestly hate, you know what? We're not friends. Okay. No friends.
All right. Well, they are going to be joining here in just a few minutes. So before we get to our special guest and what's poppin' in pop culture, brought to you by ConQuest Journals, let's get to everyone's favorite segment, Dumb Jokes.
Ryan, I wish it was Chris Evans, man. I wish.
All right. This is a segment where we know that the jokes are dumb, but go along with it, because you're probably gonna giggle. Okay. All right.
I'm gonna cackle.
Oh my gosh, Jonna.
You know what? I crack up.
Hang on just a second, Jonna, because guess what? Our surprise guest is here.
I can only see the top of their head.
Our surprise guest is here, and I'm gonna bring him in for dumb jokes, because I think this surprise guest would absolutely love to be a part of Dumb Jokes. Patrick, would you please bring our surprise guest out of the green room and onto the screen?
Oh man.
Let me give you a proper welcome. For those of you who don't know, our surprise guest is our good friend Brandon Peters from the Brandon Peters Show.
Hey, Brandon.
Hello. You had chills earlier, and then I was promised tears, so I was paying attention.
I can't cry in front of you. I have to wait until I'm at home like a boss, okay?
Yeah, did you catch that, Brandon? It was almost like Jonna was psychic in the
I know. Well, I was trying to casually check it out, and then I hit the volume button, and it apparently said I was watching. So I was like, oh, cat might be out of the bag now.
So for those of you who don't know, we will, when we have time and we have when we have our crap together and we have a moment before the show, we'll be like, oh, you know what, we can go live. And so I go live on my personal Facebook page, and I mentioned that we were going to have a surprise guest, and then and Jonna didn't get it, because then I went to talking about this lamp that I have. I can't move my camera. Patches, can I move my camera?
Don't do it.
Yeah,
I feel like that would
you do you, man.
Okay, this is a
I just want to say
very unprofessional thing. I was showing off my Black Widow lamp that Brandon got me at Popcon last year, and Jonna was like,
that is a lie. That is an absolute false.
Hey, I was standing right next to Jonna, and I'm almost positive she said she got a chill. But
I
it
did
looked
get
more like
a chill. Excuse
It
me.
looked like a cringe.
And look,
Well, in fairness to Jonna, while she was like, oh, with the surprise guest, your whole crew watching was like, oh, who?
man. They're like, last time KJ had a surprise guest, it was William Shatner.
for the 15th time. In my defense, usually when KJ is doing her live before the show, I'm like talking crap with Patches when he's up here. So like, I don't ever like pay attention to what she's saying. So, you know,
So Brandon, let's real quickly, we're gonna, because we want to get to dumb jokes, but I think everybody that's watching now is like, okay, this guy is definitely a part of the crew, and we have been friends for a long time. You are the master of ceremonies on the Popcon stage, making sure all the podcasts are doing what they're supposed to be doing. When they don't show up, you fill in with fantastic content. But before, and we'll plug your show more later, but let's talk about the Brandon Peters Show, what you do, and how people can watch it.
All right. Like all podcasts, you can go on Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere podcasts are found, except for SoundCloud. I'm not on there.
We're not either.
No.
Is that still a thing?
Is that part of the interwebs?
Yeah. It's really for up and coming rappers. Don't do it. It's not.
Okay.
It's total trap. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. My career there's failed.
Unless we want to try rapping. I can like beatbox.
Oh, please, God, just stop. No, you can't. You really can't.
It sounds like there's like
I'm not freestyling. If you're trying to bait me into freestyling with that, it's not happening.
Okay.
I also there's a YouTube channel that goes with it as well, which you can get some different stuff from. So subscribe everywhere you can. My show does it's very like movie, TV, music focused. What I want to point you to is that next Monday, starting a series called my camera stuff right. I'm not used to the reverse. The summer of 93 at 30. So while we talk about current pop culture stuff, I'm going 30 years in the past, and this is a follow-up series to my summer of 82 at 40 that I did last summer. It's me and Scott Mendelson from The Wrap. He used to be from Forbes. And this year we're bringing in Aaron Neuwirth from Variety, We Live Entertainment. He has a podcast called Out Now with Aaron and Abe, which is where I got my start in podcasting pretty much. And what it is we go through a weekend by weekend look at the box office from that summer of like all the movies that came out. So we have smaller discussions on those, but you can go hear Movie Talk anywhere. So what I've done with it too is we also pick out like news items that happened that week, and we talk about those. We talk about the top 10 television shows from the Nielsen ratings. We talk about the top 10 from Casey Kasem's top 40 for that week. And then we have a box office discussion as well. So it's like the whole whirlwind. If you were like a little pop culture geek back then, what was your week like with all that? So we kind of go through that. We have some good laughs and stuff. And then on Fridays, I do a music video from that Casey Kasem top 10. And that has a carousel of different guests on Fridays that come in and talk with me that aren't Aaron and Scott. But it's kind of a full experience. It goes from May through August. They're dated. We start recording them back in January. So if someone passed away in that time and we're like, oh, there's a great
Well,
in order for this thing not to work through the whole summer, we got to start banking them. So
Gotcha.
So that happens. And so it's a lot of fun. A lot of people have been very excited on Twitter and Instagram about it. And
I'm excited, Brandon. I was a little like, ew, because like John, because not because of you, but because of the fact that you pointed out to me that I graduated in 1993, which was 30 years ago.
Hey, you guys want to hear something super great?
No,
not
I
really.
wasn't even born yet.
Yeah,
I was
there
born
it
in
is.
94.
So we joke on the first episode that we brought Aaron in for this year because in the summer of 82 at 40, he wasn't born yet, so he can't participate. You can't participate till you're born.
All right, Brandon, we would like you to hang out, participate in a couple of things that we do here. We've got, I don't know if you heard Brandon, but we've got the guy from Law and Order coming up. So we're real excited about that. But before we get to that, we have a segment called Dumb Jokes. I see we got some more people checking in. Michelle Hamilton, crew number 3. Jim says, I got married in 1993. Oh, good. Okay.
My parents got married in 1993.
Yeah, a lot of great things happened in 93. Sorry you missed it, Jonna. All right, here we go.
Never mind. You know what? This is a kid-friendly show. I'm just gonna keep that little nugget to myself.
All right, it is time for dumb jokes.
Dumb jokes.
Dumb jokes.
Of course,
Sorry.
Jonna's
Dumb jokes.
picture's on that slide. Yeah.
You like that? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There it is.
I'm always laughing. Okay, I can't help it.
Can you?
I think
can you
everything's
take my
funny.
picture off that one because I don't like this part.
Nope, I'm sorry, Patches.
Patches, you have to be
Crap.
present.
As you can see in the picture, Patches is really enjoying the dumb jokes. But when you watch Patches' face, which I highly recommend, I mean, you can
10 out
listen
of
to
10.
this as a podcast, but if you watch Patches' face during dumb jokes, you're going to get like 110% more enjoyment out of this. So
Yep,
here we go.
sure
We know
will.
these are dumb. We already know we've set you up. You know they're dumb. So let's do this, Jonna. Okay.
Let's do it. I'm
All
ready.
right, here we go. All right.
All right, here we go.
Dumb joke. What do you call a bear with no teeth, Jonna?
I know the answer to this, but what do you call a bear with no teeth, KJ?
A
gummy
gummy
bear!
bear. Ba-dum-bum. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you.
Brandon's over here like rating the joke. He's like,
I don't know.
"It's okay."
Yeah, he's
Decent.
like,
I'll tell my kids that one. Yeah.
oh,
It's a
good.
dad joke. Like
Right?
that's what it is.
Yeah. I'm
And Patch is just over here like, I can't even believe that I'm still here for this.
well, the problem is, like Brandon has kids. Patches just has cats. The cats don't don't like these jokes. I mean, they're just like straight faced, like not funny.
That's like a cat in general.
All right, let's give our special guest Brandon some more content for his children. Here we go. Dumb joke. Why did the Scarecrow win an award?
I don't know, KJ. Why?
Because he was outstanding in his field. I knew that was gonna get done. All right. And please know that you can submit your own dumb jokes to us. Submit them in the comments. Tag me. I love it. People have been tagging me on dumb jokes.
I've seen some of them.
I've never been tagged so many times
I
since we
started
started
tagging
this.
you in dumb jokes.
Everybody
now,
wants me to
too.
have their dumb jokes. Thank you so much. I love them all. I love them, and I tell Patches all of them all week long. So
Lucky man.
right. Thank you, Brandon. He is a lucky man. All right,
Thanks,
one more. Here we go.
Oh, boy.
Dumb joke. Why does a chicken coop have 2 doors?
I don't know, KJ. Why?
Because if it had 4 doors, it would be a chicken sedan. Yes, go ahead, Brandon.
So I was like, I wanted it to be like 2 nice little sweet clean jokes, and then it's the raunchiest one to end it out. Like, whoa, where did that come from? I was like, is she going there with this? Probably not. Probably not.
No.
I know what they do in the coop, but yeah. So I was like, because I would have like spit out.
You're like, wait a
man.
second. If you're thinking what I'm thinking, I can't tell this one to my kids.
Oh man.
You know? Well, I was like, well, I might practice audience for the adults.
Are we still talking about this joke?
No patches. We're done.
Come on, Patches, a chicken sedan.
A chicken sedan. Come on, Patches. I tried so hard to find a graphic that was a chicken in a car, and I just couldn't, and I didn't have time to make one.
It would have been a DeVilly good one, right?
Oh my god.
Patches is gonna quit, and Brandon's gonna have to be our new producer.
Oh.
Oh man.
Brandon, I'm sorry you're here for this.
I don't think Brandon's minding at all.
Oh man.
That's been Dumb Jokes. Again, please tag me, submit yours, submit it in the comments, or go ahead and email the show, kjtodayshow@gmail.com. John, are you going to be able to bring us some pop culture?
Maybe.
All right. I'm going to give you 2 seconds to get it together. Here are your 2 seconds.
Coming up on KJ Today.
Take it away, Brandon.
Oh, man.
KJ Today is produced by Jonna
Barely.
and Patches.
Oh, good lord.
Tonight's
Listen to
guest
our
has
long
appeared
sleeves.
courtesy of. Sorry.
Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate
The
you.
Brandon Peter Show, our new sponsor.
All right. Here
Check
we
hasn't
go.
cleared. Check hasn't cleared.
And it's not going to.
Okay.
All right, my friends, it is time for what's popping in pop culture with executive producer John, powered by ConQuest Journals.
Yeah.
Go ahead, John.
We done? Okay, cool.
Oh, you took your glasses off. Wow.
No, I was laughing. I was crying. I was laughing so hard. I was crying. So I had to take my glasses off. So I
You're
could
welcome.
wipe my tears away.
All right, Jonna can't read any of her notes, but here's what's popping in pop culture.
All right, guys. Good news. LL Cool J is going on tour
Ooh.
for the first
Nice.
time in 30 years. That's like my whole life.
Wait a second. LL Cool J hasn't toured
Toured in 30 years.
since I graduated
That's how many
high
years
school.
NCIS
Yes.
has been on.
Oh, and I love NCIS,
About it.
man. That's about as long as Law and Order's been on TV. So, like, I get it.
Bum,
man.
bum.
God.
Coming up.
I'm sorry. Did you say Law and Order?
You're just moments away.
Listen,
Oh, man.
if Steve Zirnkilton was actually going to be live with us, he would have
No.
definitely canceled.
No.
I'd be like, no.
Right.
As a matter of fact, I am not going to be
He
on
would
this
be in
show.
the street
And
look
the
at
Zertland
these-
Nights would
goodbye.
have had me canceled. So there you go.
You just
have
log
they
in, be in the
announced-
green room, be like, "Oh, look at these clown shoes." Nope, I'm out.
These clown shoes.
Can you mute mic number 4 in the bottom left corner, please?
All right, so LL Cool J, has he announced dates? Is he coming anywhere near us?
He is coming to Indy, actually.
Shut up.
Yeah. And, like, on August 20th.
What?
Yep.
That's very
Like,
close.
This August?
Yeah, like this August.
We're so used to people announcing tours and then being like, we'll see you in 2032.
Right.
That
Nope. He will be here August 20th of this year at Gamebridge
Ooh.
Fieldhouse.
oh my gosh.
Nice.
that's
And
wonderful.
apparently it's like some big old like mega tour. I don't know who's coming with him to this show specifically, but like I read for like the Detroit show, there's gonna be like Queen Latifah and Common and Ice-T and like just like a bunch.
Yeah, but that's Detroit. They're gonna get all
I
the
know,
cool
right?
people.
So I don't know. I know LL Cool J is gonna be here in Indy. I
It's
just
gonna
don't know
be
who's gonna be
Cool
with
J
him.
with the guy
It-
who fiddles while he juggles.
No,
Right.
he's got good supporting. Like, there's just like 4 of that. Like Queen Latifah, MC Light, and like 2 others aren't coming here.
Okay.
And then like it's the rest of his thing, which is actually a pretty solid lineup.
It's a huge, like literally the list was so long.
Yeah.
I couldn't even like write it all
I
down.
feel-
If
I
you
feel
go,
like-
you'll be doing it and doing it and doing it well.
Yeah, salt and pepper be there.
Well played.
Round the way, girl, and head on over to Gamebridge
Bruh.
Fieldhouse.
Oh, that is
Tickets go
brilliant.
on sale
Well played.
on tickets go on sale at 10 o'clock on Friday.
Are
Sorry
you
to
happy
continue dumb
that we
jokes
have this
past its
surprise
expiration.
guest? Are you happy we have
Who
this
invited
surprise
Brandon?
guest? Okay. All right. All right.
Usually they're a surprise guest because I didn't invite them.
What's poppin'?
Guys,
Yeah.
the new Whitney Houston biopic is on Netflix. And I'm
Oh.
so excited.
Are you gonna be okay?
Oh my god, y'all don't even I literally love Whitney Houston so much. RIP to the queen.
Mhm.
But like when I saw the first like the Lifetime biopic that they did of her, trash. It was awful. I
Oh,
hated it.
okay.
Don't watch it.
Okay.
But this new one looks really, really good. It's like actually the start of her career and how she got to where she was like
Ooh.
a really big star. So that's on Netflix right now.
So-
It's in my queue already.
I was gonna say, are you gonna go watch it after the show then?
No, I'm gonna go home and put my face in a pillow and sleep.
What's poppin'?
Sad news.
Yes.
Our favorite Nick Kroll is not canceling 2 of his shows on Netflix will no longer be.
What?
Yep. Big
Oh.
Mouth and Big Mouth is renewed for season 8, which will be its final season. And Human Resources, which is the spinoff from Big Mouth, will end with its 2nd season when it comes out.
Oh. Now, are you watching those shows?
I watch Big Mouth. I don't really like Human Resources. It's not as funny as Big Mouth is. Also, these shows they look animated. They are animated. Do not let your kids watch them.
Okay.
Ooh.
You hear that, Brandon? Those are not for your children.
Those are not children-friendly shows,
Okay.
unless
I
you
will
want to
say-
have a lot of very
I-
uncomfortable conversations.
I will say he and Mulaney are the 2 main voices in it, and they are absolutely hilarious.
And John
I mean,
Mulaney has a new stand-up out on
And
Netflix.
it's,
We watched it
it's
last night.
hilarious.
That's the
It
one
is
that I went.
fantastic.
You
It's not
guys
even
remember-
like jokes most of the time, and it's
No,
Sadly
he's just
funny.
telling a story about
You
rehab. It's amazing.
You guys
It's
remember when I
absolutely
went and
amazing.
saw John Mulaney?
Yes.
That's the
Yes.
special that he was
Oh
filming.
my gosh.
Oh,
Because
that's
it's not,
great.
it's like Brandon, it's like you said, he's not telling jokes and then you're laughing really hard, but you're like, I'm also laughing really hard about his
Sobbing.
rehab.
Yeah,
Oh,
right?
some of his merch literally said, "I saw him when he got out of rehab." Like that's
owning it. That's what he's
Bro.
doing.
That's
Right?
brilliant. That's
So
absolutely
funny.
brilliant.
Absolutely. Good for him.
yeah,
What's poppin'?
guys, y'all
Yeah.
probably don't care.
No,
I
I
don't.
care very much. All of
I
the other
already know
millennials-
what the graphic is and I
Right.
don't care.
all of my millennial homies, we will care. Rugrats season 1 and 2 will be available to stream on Netflix on May 1st of this year. And guess who's very excited? Me and all the other millennials out here in these streets because we love Rugrats, okay?
Okay.
Rugrats slaps.
Thank you, Jonna.
You're welcome.
You know, I
Welcome.
was there with Rugrats in the early days. Here's the thing. I'm a year 1 millennial by stats, but like Gen X doesn't want me to be there, but they don't want to claim me. And then the
Mhm.
millennials are like, you're kind of old.
Oh,
So
so
then
are
they-
you the
they-
same age as Patches?
They
'Cause he's-
came up with like Zennial, and I'm like,
No, Zillennial is not a thing.
it's
Yeah,
because I
I-
know how to research in a library and on a computer.
Yeah,
that's-
so by right, so
Whoa.
by definition, I am Gen X, but like just like you, Brandon, like it's really weird. We're like that tweener generation
Yeah.
of like
Tweener.
we're the
not a
pencil and
good word.
paper kids that learned about technology as it
we
kept
we
evolving.
transitioned we were the
Yeah,
crossover.
we're like the conduit between the two.
So I can stand with whichever side's winning and be like, yeah,
Wow, you sound like a Cubs
Right?
fan. Good job, buddy.
old farts over there, right? No, us
You-
young kids need to know what So
Right,
You
right, right.
old- You old people.
Yes.
But Rugrats
Get
is gonna be
lawn.
Rugrats season 1 and 2 will be on Netflix.
Thank you,
I'm
Jonna.
very excited.
Coming up, Steve Zirnkilton on Law and Order. But moments before the show, we got breaking news, guys. Breaking news. Breaking news in the pop culture world. Jonna, tell us what's going on. Yes.
Ouch!
KJ.
The news.
Are y'all okay? You're gonna make it over there?
Who?
Is it they get it? The breaking news.
Yes.
Go ahead, Jonna.
I'm hanging up. How do I leave this place? If you're a fan of Chad Michael Murray and Scott Patterson and Morgan Cohen,
We are.
and if you're a fan of Sullivan's Crossing, which you can only watch it on CTV right now,
Mhm.
good news is it's coming to the CW in the fall.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm so excited. Finally.
And KJ, not to transition
Mm-hmm.
into
you got
something.
a segue.
So
What?
into something
Talk
else.
about
But
character development.
Sullivan's Crossing stars somebody who is coming to Popcon Louisville. I
Well,
think.
why don't we let
Who
him
is that?
tell you himself?
Hey, I'm Scott Patterson. Can't wait to see you at Popcon Louisville, June 16 through 18.
You know who else is going to be there, Jonna?
Not Chad Michael Murray.
Brandon Peters.
Surprise guest, Brandon Peters.
Surprise! Brandon's also going to be at
He'll
PopCon.
be there. I don't
You're
get
gonna
the
have to
fancy-
deal with Brandon twice this year.
Yeah.
That's too much.
I
Three
don't
times
get-
actually. To 2 Popcons this year.
That's
Mhm.
what. Oh yeah, you're right.
And you're dealing with him tonight, so
Literally, I
Aw.
literally only ever see Brandon in person at PopCon.
They
The
put
one
me.
time a year
They
we-
lock me up and they freeze me.
and
then they thaw me out. Tonight's an early. It's like a bonus chip I cashed in. I'm like, oh, cool. Back to the freezer.
Brandon and I, we had so much fun because I wanted to respect him and be like, I want to give you promotion. You're spending your time with our show, but are you okay if we don't tell anybody because it's going to be the best surprise? for
We're
John.
embarrassed.
Wait, why is it the best surprise for me? I don't understand. Like, why? Is it just
Well,
because
because
I
I
don't like
love-
surprise guests?
I love how the two of you snipe at each other like constantly and like via
Yes.
on socials and stuff like that. You're like, no, I hate you too. It's just great. So it's just like, why not have them on?
That is the true.
But we became
arc of
friends at the
best
last
friends.
PopCon. So that was the thing you
Yes.
guys didn't know. We
Yeah, we became bros. We even
Look
took a
out.
picture together,
we did,
Oh,
and it was on social media, like where we let the public know. that
right?
we
We tagged each other and
hanging
everything.
out. Yeah.
well, that is the
Man.
beautiful thing about PopCon is that it is a place for you to make friends, even if you start out as enemies. It's
Mhm.
John.
Don't even know why we started out as enemies, but it just happened.
It was
Me and
there.
Brandon were just like saw each other and was like, it's on site right now.
It was bad. It took her years to come up on a stage with me. I was like, "You want to come up here?" No.
no, thank
Now,
you.
Who's
now,
up there
now
with
good.
me? Like
I can't be
me?
associated with you,
That
Brandon.
guy knew.
No.
All right, Brandon. I got to get you on the kind of nerdy girl so that we can spend a little more time together.
Oh, you can be on next month's podcast.
Gladly.
You think
because
Jonathan's
you're not
quitting
going to be
again?
there or what? John?
No, he can be because we already recorded this month's podcast.
It's
so
true.
that-
It's true. It's true.
You can edit snide comments for me in post production.
So he's like, I don't wanna give you-
good.
I don't want to give you any more of my time. Just edit me in.
Oh, Jonna.
Right.
And then
Anytime Jonna says something about Twilight,
Uh,
I have seen all those.
Brandon, tell everybody where they can find you and how they can follow along with the brand new series that you're doing.
All right, just-
Yeah,
if you-
sorry, I was going to actually
Oh.
say what it was, but you can do that because it's your show.
Okay, well, so you type my name into any of the podcast things and you'll see the dumb little orange icon thing pop up. I've tried it. That's how it works. So boom, right there. Look at YouTube's a little harder because there was a football player in college that had a good year or two that he comes up all the time. That was a while ago.
good year too.
I
that was
had
back in 1993.
it was a while ago. I was trending on Twitter and Yahoo, and I was like, and people were like, "What's up?" I'm like, "My podcast finally did something!"
I hit it big.
Nope.
Yeah.
Old story of starting quarterback goes down at Michigan. Doofus with my name happens to be from apparently Avon, Indiana, too. I can't even
Wow.
escape that. Comes in,
Man.
throws a couple pigskins.
Oh, that's
Movie
Man.
guy is nothing.
You
So-
want to know what's so bad is when I
Yeah.
see people's names trending, I'm like, dang, did they die?
I know.
I would have seen your name
Right.
trending. I would have been
Not
like, oh
your
my God,
lucky
Brandon
day.
died.
That's your lucky day. So over here, that's my handle on Instagram and Twitter, where you can follow along, and that's where the episodes get posted. I've been putting like these little hype videos, counting down for it, making kind of funnies out of these little clips from movies from the '90s, from early '93, including a thumbs up from Gene Siskel for the movie Carnosaur. Believe it or not, he
Nice.
gave it
No
a thumbs
kidding.
up, and I
Nice.
remember that went on the VHS cover. It's a crappy little Corman movie with a puppet dinosaur, and he gave it a thumbs up because he had a thing for Diane Ladd. So, and he goes, and he's literally like, Steven Spielberg's got a movie with high tech dinosaurs coming up later this summer, but we'll see if he has any characters as good as Diane Ladd in Carnosaur. So yeah, that's a real thing. But that's the kind of stuff you find when you're going back through pop culture. It's a funny show. I've been listening back editing, like I'm enjoying it. So maybe that's a bad thing. I don't know.
No, that's the best
But-
thing.
But it'll go all summer long. Tweet at us things. There's just people who play this box office game that's like a Wordle type thing where you guess like the top. They'll give you a date and you have to guess like the top 5 from that weekend to get hints. We helped them out like crazy last summer. They were all thanking Scott and I a bunch. We're like, you gotta listen to the show. You'll know when it comes up. So people that play that game, you're welcome for another one. But yeah, that's where you
Nice.
keep up with me.
All right. And
I
we
That's
just
great, man.
noticed that Brandon under his name says Jonna #1.
You just noticed that?
I can't see. Okay, I just put my
Yeah.
glasses back on.
Jonna
I
number
did it on
1.
purpose. She'd be like,
Also,
I literally was like, what does that say?
Brandon, real quickly before we let you go, I noticed today that you don't have a KJ Krew number. I'm a little offended by that. I mean, it's freaking free,
did.
dude.
oh,
It's
how do
just
I
free.
How
You
do
get,
I
like,
get
one-
one?
You get like one
Oh,
email a
funny.
month, bro.
You say
Right,
that.
go to-
You go to KJ Krew. Krew with K.
All right. Okay.
.com.
Well, I realized today I'm not a good guy. I realized I wasn't subscribed on YouTube today, so I did
You
that.
are the absolute worst.
I am the worst.
Well,
Oh
Yeah.
man, I guess I gotta go subscribe to Brandon
But
on
I-
YouTube.
I
now.
own up to my worst. Okay.
true.
That is
I
that,
need to be
and
that is
completely
what we
honest.
appreciate.
It
Yeah.
took me 3 months of actually producing the show before I realized I was like, oh crap, I
I thought I already was. I see the videos through my socials and stuff, and I thought I did at some point.
All good. It's all good. We still love you, Brandon. We'll see you at PopCon. Patches is actually going to tell us a little bit more about PopCon coming up. And he's also going to tell us about our sponsor for what's popping in pop culture,
That's right.
ConQuest Journals. We'll see you again soon, Brandon.
Bye, Brandon.
Well, KJ, what's popping in pop culture is powered by ConQuest Journals, officially licensed fan art for Harry Potter, Supernatural, Friends, Schitt's Creek, and more. Please discard my rubbish British accent, but
It's
the
getting better.
thing is, now shipping is the very first ConQuest Journals Hogwarts 2023 and 24 agenda, Hogwarts Express notebook, and platform 9 3/4 pencil case. Shop now at conquestjournal.com. And KJ, if you like powers the KJ Today Show, it is powered by Popcon, celebrating all aspects of pop culture in one weekend. The inaugural Popcon Louisville is quickly approaching with celebrities like Scott Patterson and Emily Swallow, along with family fun and nightlife events to entertain all. Get your tickets at popcon.us.
Thank you so much, Patches. Coming up,
quite
we have got a little behind the scenes from Pet Pals TV. You're going to meet a little cat named Boo, and you're going to want to know more about him. We also, if you love pets, want to let you know that I've got a bonus episode up right now with Dr. Oakley, who is the Yukon vet. She's been on Nat Geo forever.
Nice.
And she's, I did not know this until I talked to her. She's from Indiana. She's a Hoosier. She's from Munster, and we had a fabulous conversation. So that is already up on the YouTube channel. If you want to subscribe, please do. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers. So thank you very much to all of you who have already subscribed. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the voice you've been waiting to hear. It is time for Steve Zirnkilton, which I'm going to say, like, none of us knew what his name was.
Nope.
Right? Like, I mean, we didn't.
And I always wondered, I'm like, man, I wonder who that guy is who does the voice. And then KJ was like, I'm going to interview that guy. And I was like, his name is Steve. What a normal person name.
Right. And a fascinating guy. He's going to tell you, he was just like a normal guy out there, just, trying to make a living. And he took a shot and it paid off. Can you share a little bit about how you were in real estate and ended up being connected with Dick Wolf and said, hey, I'm gonna take a shot at this?
Dick Wolf, I didn't know who he was, and my friend said, that's Dick Wolf, and I said, I don't know who that is, and he said, well, he's the co-executive producer of Miami Vice, along with Michael Mann. He was a writer for Blues. I said, oh wow, it'd be great to meet him. And so sometime later, we were at an event, and a mutual friend introduced us. And as you say, I had my associate broker's real estate license, I had my general lines insurance license, all the things you do to keep food on the table. And I met him, and I said, Mr. Wolf, I do this, real estate and so forth, and I understand, your personal home in this area, you're in New York, I'd love to just act as a buyer's representative, make it go smoothly, which I did. And then we met him shortly after the closing, and he said, what do I owe you? And I'm dating myself now. I pulled out a demo tape, and I handed it to him. I said, nothing, don't worry about it. Happy to help a friend, and just sometime, maybe give me some voice work.
He said, I am shooting my shot right now.
I love that,
Right.
That he was like, I'm out here selling houses, but somebody tells me this guy's a big deal, so I'm going to give him my tape.
He's the guy who produces, Miami Vice.
I have to admit that, I try really hard in these interviews. I've learned, because I wasn't good at interviewing, and some of you may be like, KJ, you're still not great, but I've tried. And like, you need to listen. Like, you would have all the questions prepared and think of how it's going to go, but if you're not truly listening to what they're saying, you're not going to get the best interview. But I was so distracted by the fact that it was the Law and Order voice that I had to keep tuning back into what he was saying, because I'm like, it's just the Law and Order voice.
Right.
And here's how he ended up, which surprised me, not the job he expected to get with Law and Order.
And then the call came, Mr. Wolf would like you to play an on-camera detective in this new pilot called Law and Order, which I did. Shared a trailer with William H. Macy, who was in the pilot, and I had an 11 a.m. call. They got around to shooting my scene at 2:30 a.m. the next morning. And I remember Dick saying to me, how do you like it so far? I mean, because you're just sitting around for hours and hours and hours doing nothing until, your time comes up. And of course, I did such a stellar job that I was never on camera again. But that being said, nobody wanted the show. Fox passed on it. CBS passed on it. Nobody wanted it. Then Brandon Tartikoff at NBC said, hey, let's give this a shot. And that's when I got the call saying Mr. Wolf would like you to meet him at Todd A.O. studio on Broadway in New York. He has something he wants you to read. He literally stood next to me at the podium with the microphone, underlined the words he wanted emphasized, and that was the opening of Law and Order.
Man.
Amazing. Right. And then he's like, well, I mean, I guess I won't be an actor then.
Right. It's like, what, I'll just, but I mean, just imagine, Law and Order has been going on for such a long time. He's probably like, oh yeah, I'll voice this show for whatever, it probably won't go past. Law and Order's been on for 20 seasons. So has SVU. Organized Crime is going on its 4th season. Now he's got this show, Blood and Money. It's just man, you literally hit the jackpot. And I know Fox and ABC, after seeing how well Law and Order has done, are just really should have hopped on that train, man.
This is so embarrassing, right? And you mentioned Blood and Money. Blood and Money is Steve's new show. And if you are into true crime, you're going to want to hear about it. Tell us a little bit about the new show, Blood and Money.
First episode that aired was the Robert Durst story. It is just fascinating because while it has a Law and Order type, sort of theme and approach, to it, complete with the dum-dum and things like that, it's interviewing the actual detectives, the actual police officers, other witnesses, the people who were there, instead of having scripted actors. And you're hearing these little golden nuggets, you're hearing these little tidbits of information that previously probably has not been available. So you're learning things, and it's in Robert Durst's case, for example, a multi-millionaire with endless resources to hire the best attorneys, and it's this set scheme between law enforcement, prosecutors, the detectives to try and not have any holes in their work that the defense can punch through. And I think it's just very interesting to watch, and it's a very exciting and fun project to be a part of.
This is the kind of stuff you like to watch, right, John?
Oh, 100%.
Are you texting?
No, I'm not. Well, if you must know, yes.
Are you playing Tetris?
No, if you must know, I'm talking to Patches because we're running late.
Oh, I know we are.
But Patches is cooking.
Oh, right now? He's cooking right now?
No, he's still down there.
Oh,
okay. You see him in his little box?
I'm like,
he's down there.
Oh.
No, he's Patches. Patches is basically, I have realized that it doesn't matter if we're running behind because it's just going to be a thing.
It's going to be great.
But Patches has become me in the I'm stressed because we're behind person.
We're fine. We're fine. I'm going to give you a little behind the scenes of my next Pet Pals TV kitty correspondent adventure. And when we come back from that, we're going to play Don't Screw the Krew. We got Pet of the Week. We got Tell Me Something Good. And, and then we'll be down in the kitchen for the official after party. What's cooking with Patches? He just wants to get to his own show and be in the kitchen and be in control. That's what Patches wants.
Well, I will say I did try to watch Blood and Money on Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
I think. What's it on? I can't remember, but it wouldn't let me watch it.
Okay. It's on CNBC if you want to watch it. Yes.
Okay.
All right. So had the opportunity to go to local radio personality Jake Query's home and meet his cat Boo. I'm not going to give away all of the story, but I'll tell you that it nearly had me in tears. This is how we should take care of animals. We need more people like Jake in the world. Here is a little preview, our kitty cam tonight. Hey, we're trying to convince Boo to come out on camera. Oh, at least his favorite treat. Buddy?
Come here, Booski. Come here, Boo. Come on, Boo.
What a cute little meow he has. Boy. I know. I will get as much B-roll as we can get here. Very excited about
7 months in the shelter.
7 months in the shelter, and he went in and he actually got online and looked for the cat that had been there the longest, and then they told him in that 7 months that Boo had been there, only one other person had even clicked on his picture on the website.
Aww.
And he is the sweetest, just loveliest. You can tell that his owner had passed away. You can tell he was super well taken care of and loved. And then he had that 7 months, but now he's good. He's good. Right. So the rest of the story coming up on Pet Pals TV. Make sure that you follow me on all the social because I'll announce when it's going to be on. Just go to kjonsocial.com. And that will let you choose Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever, however you want to follow me. I made it super easy for you. And speaking of easy, it's time for our favorite game.
That was such a bad segue because she said, speaking of easy, and then we're going to play Don't Screw the Krew.
Well,
she's such a fibber.
The fact that you and Patches are on a winning streak and have never lost makes it seem like it's pretty easy to play, Jonna.
Have you seen my face when you ask me questions?
It is time, my friends. It is time to play Don't Screw the Krew.
The crew.
Thanks,
The crew.
Patches.
The
Tonight we are playing for crew number 90, Kathleen. And if you guys win tonight, Kathleen is going to get to go to the Indy 11 game of her choice this season. We're going to have season tickets all season long. So make sure you sign up for your chance to win at kjkrew.com. And more exciting news about Indy 11 tickets and our first anniversary coming up. All right, guys, this is how it works. Don't screw the crew.
Yay,
Crew.
so excited.
I have
The
three
crew.
questions sitting in front of me. If producer Patches and executive producer Jonna get 2 out of the 3 right, we do not screw the crew. And guess what, you guys? My questions were not saved. So I think I have, hang on a second. I think I just have the wrong thing pulled up. So, of course, something was going to go wrong. Here we go. All right.
Mercury is in fact in retrograde.
I
So,
got it,
mean, you
guys.
know.
I got it. Okay.
She said, my questions did not say. She's so calm
Yeah.
about
Like,
it.
my
Uh-huh,
questions did
uh-huh.
not say. So I'm about to make some trivia up right now.
Patches, what's my favorite color? Go.
Blue. Go next.
Okay, here we go.
Ah.
Our first question goes to producer Patches. The
Okay.
category is food. It's finger licking good was the slogan for over 50 years for what restaurant chain?
Colonel Sanders. I mean, come on, it's Kentucky Fried
Patches,
Chicken.
okay. Just say the letters,
mean-
Patches.
KFC.
Woo! That is correct.
You know what? I'm just gonna let it go. I'm not even. I am exactly that much too tired to argue about this.
Okay, I will respect you, Jonna. Here we go. Question number 2. Jonna, the category is music.
Okay.
Jennifer Lopez became the first woman to have a #1 film and #1 album at the same time with which one of her movies? Pick a movie.
Oh my God, she only has like.
I'm gonna
Pick a
guess it's
movie that
not.
had a bunch of songs on it.
I'm gonna guess
Marry-
it's not Geely.
Marry me?
Oh, so it was The Wedding Planner.
Oh,
The wedding. It was the other wedding movie.
she does so many
Oh,
wedding
God.
movies.
She does.
First of all, "Marry Me" has a bomb soundtrack. I don't
It
know what
does.
anybody's talking about.
It
Wedding
does.
Planner soundtrack was good also, but all right, Patches, we got to bring it home.
All right.
All right, guys. Don't screw this up. Don't screw the crew. All right. Third question. You can both answer. The category is history.
Oh, Jesus.
Name the
Okay.
person who invented the telephone.
Alexander Graham Bell.
And you know what that means, guys. We did not screw the crew. We got a win.
It's my favorite thing in the world. Again, that much too tired to argue about it.
It's my favorite thing.
Congratulations to Kathleen, crew number 90, who is going to cheer on the Indy 11 this season. Sign up to win and be a part of the KJ Krew at kjkrew.com.
Look, I'm just saying that if I go before y'all go, that better not show up at my funeral. Or
Oh,
I
it's gonna
swear I'm
do-
gonna haunt you.
Oh,
I
that's
promise
gonna
I will
be like-
haunt you.
Jonna, I would love
It's
to
a
hear more about
24/7
this.
hologram on your tombstone.
No.
Listen, guys, we just don't have time. I wish I could let you voice your
Oh,
your
good God.
concerns and your complaints, but we just
Oh, I
don't-
will write a strongly worded letter.
we
Okay.
just don't have
Ugh.
time. Take it away, Patches.
Well, the KJ Today Concert Series invites you to Summer Bash, Indiana, celebrating 10 years Summer Bash is Indiana's only inclusive music festival. Food, booze, camping, and of course, live music. Join the KJ Today Show at Summer Bash, Indiana in Muncie, July 14th and 15th. Go to summerbashindiana.com.
Thank you, Patches. And Jonna, if you could give us the 2 rules of Summer Bash.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yes.
No glass is allowed.
Yes.
Okay. Also, don't be a dick.
Thank you.
welcome.
All right, back to you, Patches.
The one curse word I can say on this show.
Well, guys, KJ's next book signing is this Saturday. Join her for the Indie Neighborhood Cats Mega Yard Sale. Get your signed copy of Raised by Cats, Behind the Mic and the Mouse. 9 a.m. and noon on Saturday. The Indie Neighborhood Cats Mega Yard Sale is the city's largest yard sale. Shop Saturday and Sunday at Indianapolis Care Services. More info on KJ's Facebook page.
Thank you so much, Patches. Looking forward to that. And speaking of being on the road, we had an opportunity to head to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway last week as they were doing some testing at the track. This is the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Cameraman, Chief Engineer, Grandpa Patches. Could you give him a view of the track behind us? Show him what's going on here. This is where the greatest spectacle in racing takes place.
Coming since 1985 to this, the hallowed grounds of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
What is happening today? What does testing mean?
So,
what does testing mean?
So the testing, they're just, all the veterans are, and it just kind of, it's akin to track conditions for the month of May, so they're getting the cars, getting used to the surface and everything else.
This is a great big oval track. How big is it, Patches?
You can fit, oh God, I can't even go through the list. You could fit the White House, Vatican City, Churchill Downs, the Coliseum, all of them inside this track.
500,000 people can't be wrong every year. If you haven't been to the Indy 500, we're giving you advance notice.
Yes.
Go to the Indy 500.
Yes, 100%.
And we'll have more coverage of the Indy 500 all month long. Go ahead, Jonna.
Patches, why do you know that fact? What is that fun? Why was that a fun fact that you just knew right off the top of your head? That's
about how big the track is.
Yeah, because I would have been like, I don't know, like 3 football fields. That would have been my guess.
No. I mean, like you could, insane. I just love that speedway so much. So,
Also, I've never been to the track or the 500.
Oh well, now you know
we're gonna fix
can go
that
with
this
us.
No, because I will die.
No, you'll be
you
fine.
won't.
You can go on a practice day, and we won't stay very long, so you'll be fine.
Oh, okay, whatever.
Okay, all right.
We got
all
you.
right.
We got you.
All
And
right.
I gotta say, my T-shirt was on point too. So
Yes,
that
Patches.
is,
we will get more
arguably-
into that next week because we had a little impromptu Don't Screw the Krew trivia come up between Patches and our chief engineer, Grandpa Patches.
Jesus.
So that'll be next week on the show. We always end the show with the pet of the week, which is coming up, and also some of your good news. So tell
me.
Good. Crap.
Patches, we don't have time for this. Listen, you're the one that said, I want to be down in the kitchen. I want to be cooking dinner. Okay.
Why do y'all do this to me? This is why I left, okay? This is why I needed a break. You guys are always fighting, and I just can't handle it, okay?
All right, let's get it together. Tell
me
something.
Good.
Yay.
We did it. Christy's good news. I finally got to see the Northern Lights.
Jealous.
What a beautiful picture of
How
that.
gorgeous
Thank
is
you for
that?
sharing. Faye says, people loved my crochet Easter baskets so much. I already have an order for 10 for next year.
I wish I had patience, bro.
Ooh,
Well
she's gonna be
played.
busy. Right. And Nicole says, as of last Friday, I am officially breast cancer free. That is freaking fantastic.
That is
Nicole.
awesome.
We are so happy to hear that. And you should join us, not to, plug our show, but O'Reilly's is doing from April 28th through May 8th. They are doing a specialty drink called Peggy's Manhattan in honor of a special woman in the O'Reilly's family who passed away of cancer. So they are raising money for cancer research. We are going to be there for our first anniversary party, so you can actually get that drink and help support the cause. We will be at O'Reilly's on May 5th. Yes, Cinco de Mayo, so you can have yourself some Irish margaritas. Just ask me for the recipe. O'Reilly's downtown, and every crew member who has an official number is getting a pair of tickets to the Indy 11. We'll be talking more about that next week, but put it on your calendar next Friday, May 5th. Yay.
Yay. I'm so excited.
Any Indy 11 game of your choice.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, you get to pick what game you go to this season. All right, guys, we'll be heading downstairs to see our cats and do the official after show.
You
What's
will
cooking?
be. I can't get lower.
With Patches and the cats. Oh,
I can't get lower.
Patches has to go upstairs. We're going to go downstairs.
Yeah,
but before we do that, let's meet our pet of the week. Jana, oh my goodness, look at Xena.
So freaking cute.
Xena's mom is Jade, and she says Xena is 3. Her nickname is Floofbutt or Zizi, and Xena is a German Shepherd, as you can see, who loves to round up her 2 younger human brothers. Jade says, it makes my heart smile when I'm outside with the 3 of them, and Xena is herding the toddlers together without being aware that she's doing me a favor. Look how cute they are together. Oh my gosh.
Besties. I love it.
Xena also has a special skill. She knows when a panic attack is going to hit, and with someone who struggles with anxiety as well as friends that do, she insists that you pet her and will lay next to you until you feel better. That is Xena. She is our pet of the week.
Absolutely love that.
Thank you so much, Jade, for sharing Xena with us. Follow me on Facebook because I do. It's impromptu, man. I'll just be like, hey, it's time. We need more pets for Pet of the Week. And you have a chance to have your pet be the star of our show.
Yep. And look, if I message you, message me back, because then your pet will be the pet of the week.
It's true.
Yes.
It's true.
I'm just saying.
That's how it works.
No pressure.
All right. I know that we're a little bit over, but I do want to let you know we've got some big guests coming up. We've got Scott Patterson from the Gilmore Girls next week. We have James Monroe Iglehart from Hamilton, which
is the best picture.
A ton of people are seeing Hamilton right now in Indianapolis. So excited to talk to him. And Jim Belushi will be on our show May 17th, which will be our 50th show.
Whew.
Crazy.
OMG.
Big show, big guest. Thanks for joining us. Please remember to subscribe to our show, like, comment. All of those things cost you nothing, and they mean the world to us. Thanks so much for being here with us. Join us on Facebook.com/KJ on the air. That's where you'll find the official after party right after our famous end credits.